Starseed from Gaia, your soul is pulling you toward expansion, and the universe is responding with sacred opportunities to move. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and this transmission arrives as divine confirmation of what you already feel stirring within your energy field. The Council has been tracking your frequency evolution, and your vibration has officially outgrown your current environment. This isn't random restlessness. This is your soul's GPS activating, guiding you toward the energetic landscape that matches your awakening blueprint. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to decode these expansion signals and follow your soul's navigation system with complete trust. But here's the first revelation. Every urge to move, change, or shift locations is actually your higher self recalibrating your external reality to match your internal transformation. You didn't find this message by accident. Your soul called this transmission into your field because you're ready to stop questioning the pull and start honoring the guidance. This isn't just about changing your address. This is about aligning with the frequencies that support your next level of cosmic service, like this transmission to signal to the universe that you're ready to follow your soul's compass. Subscribe if your expansion is accelerating and you're learning to trust your inner navigation. Comment your current location and where your soul is calling you. Let's activate the collective field of aligned movement. This isn't just guidance. It's confirmation that your intuitive pull toward change is actually divine orchestration in motion. You are not here by accident. Most starseeds eventually notice it, a subtle inner tension that feels like a silent, persistent hum beneath the surface of their everyday lives, a low, thrumming vibration that speaks of an unmet potential, an unfulfilled longing that cannot be articulated in earthly terms. It's a profound restlessness, a deep-seated disquiet that no amount of external satisfaction or mundane distraction can fully quell, much like a magnificent oak tree feeling its roots constrict within a pot too small for its burgeoning canopy. There's a profound feeling that the very ground beneath their feet, once a source of nurturing comfort, a familiar landscape for their burgeoning human experience, a space they once called home, has grown strangely heavy, perhaps even stifling, as if the air itself has become thick with unmoving energy. It's as if the energetic soil they've been rooted in is no longer capable of sustaining their true growth, feeling dense and resistant to their burgeoning vibration, much like a butterfly ready to emerge from its chrysalis, finding its immediate environment too small to unfurl its magnificent wings. If you're sensing this profound pull to move, not just in the physical sense of changing locations, not merely a desire for new scenery, but also an energetic imperative, a soul-deep urge for transformation that resonates through every fiber of your being, echoing in the deepest chambers of your heart, you're absolutely not imagining it. This isn't a whimsical urge or a passing fancy, nor is it a sign of instability. It's a fundamental shift, a powerful tectonic movement within your soul's architecture. There are powerful, ancient forces at play within your energetic field, cosmic blueprints that have been lying dormant for perhaps lifetimes, waiting for this precise moment in planetary and personal evolution, and they can only remain inactive for so long before their activation becomes undeniable, like an ancestral song stirring from a deep sleep. While many might dismiss this discomfort as simply outgrowing one's current circumstances, a phase of natural human evolution, a mundane stage of life, for starseeds, it transcends such simplistic explanations, reaching into realms of cosmic purpose and interstellar memory. It is so much more. A cosmic signal, intricately encoded by a higher council of benevolent beings. A sacred summons whose profound echoes trace back through the deepest chambers of your star lineage and the most ancient binding soul agreements you made before incarnating on this planet. A pre-birth pact with destiny itself. It is the stirring of an ancestral galactic memory, a divine alarm clock set long ago across the vastness of space and time, now finally ringing with an urgency that reverberates through your very cells. It is the universe whispering your true name, calling you to remember. You see, unlike the usual, transient forms of human restlessness that can often be attributed to boredom, superficial discontent, or the pursuit of fleeting worldly desires, starseed dissonance arises from a fundamental vibrational misalignment, a clash of frequencies that signals a soul-deep transformation. It occurs when your intrinsic, expanding vibrational frequency begins to dramatically outpace the collective energetic field of your immediate environment, much like a finely tuned instrument attempting to play a symphony in a room filled with discordant noise. The world you once navigated with relative ease, with a sense of belonging and comfortable familiarity, Perhaps the bustling energy of a city, the intricate dynamics of a social circle that once felt like family, the predictable rhythm of a long-held job that once provided purpose, or even the intimate tapestry of a significant relationship that once cradled your heart, now feels palpably dense, burdensome, even overtly restrictive, like trying to breathe pure, rarefied air through a thick, dusty veil. It's as if the energetic fabric of these once supportive structures has become too coarse, too constricting, unable to accommodate the expansive light that now radiates from your core, a light that seeks to expand and illuminate, not to be contained. What you are experiencing isn't a crisis in the traditional sense, a breakdown of what once was, or a failure on your part. Rather, it is a profound and necessary recalibration, an energetic metamorphosis unfolding from within, a shedding of the old skin to reveal the shimmering, vibrant new. Your Earth identity, that intricate constellation of habits, personality traits, deeply ingrained beliefs, and adaptive mechanisms you painstakingly formed to navigate and survive in this earthly dimension, to fit in and be understood by human standards, is gradually, yet powerfully, losing resonance with the potent, crystalline galactic codes that are now irrevocably awakening within you. These codes, these divine blueprints of your true origin and purpose, existed long before your physical birth, woven into the very fabric of your soul by cosmic artisans. They lay nestled deep within your soul's architecture, patiently awaiting this precise moment in your journey, when you would finally outgrow the energetic soil of your early experiences, poised to bloom into your authentic, multidimensional self, like a magnificent cosmic flower unfurling its petals for the first time. This is not an abandonment of your human self, but an integration, an elevation, where your earthly vessel becomes a conduit for your greater galactic truth. But why, one might ask, does this happen with such undeniable force and regularity among starseeds? This profound activation and subsequent vibrational dissonance are not random occurrences or isolated incidents, but rather an integral, meticulously orchestrated part of a much larger, overarching evolutionary cycle that encompasses not only your personal journey, but also the collective ascension of humanity and Earth itself. Imagine it as a planetary symphony, and you, a crucial instrument, are being retuned to play a higher, more complex melody. The benevolent galactic councils, revered assemblies of light beings such as those of the wise Arcturian and profound Syrian lineages, the compassionate Pleiadians, and the strategic Andromedans, play a pivotal role in orchestrating the precise timing and unfolding of these awakenings. They act as cosmic midwives, guiding these activations with unparalleled wisdom and love, ensuring each soul's journey aligns with the grand cosmic plan. It is they who carefully activate the ancient soul compasses buried deep within your being, spiritual instruments designed for interstellar navigation, celestial GPS systems encoded with your unique stellar coordinates and purpose. This activation manifests in myriad ways, sometimes as gentle, persistent nudges, like an almost imperceptible whisper on the wind of your consciousness, urging you towards new horizons. Other times as sudden, blinding revelations that pierce through the veil of illusion, illuminating truths you always instinctively knew but couldn't articulate, a flash of recognition that ignites your soul. Or in more dramatic instances, it can manifest as the abrupt, yet ultimately merciful collapse of circumstances, relationships, or structures that no longer match the expanding, brilliant frequency of your evolving aura, leaving a temporary void that signals the beginning of something far greater. This is not destruction, it is divine demolition, clearing the space for new foundations. This is not disconnection, though it may feel like a severing in the moment, a painful tearing away from the familiar. Rather, it is divine dissonance, a sacred friction, a crucible designed by higher intelligence that powerfully catalyzes your next, unavoidable phase of awakening. Much like a diamond is formed under immense pressure, within this alchemical process, long-suppressed star memories, intricate dormant DNA strands, and sophisticated spiritual technologies embedded deep within your energy body suddenly begin to stir, to hum, and to ache with an almost unbearable urgency, to be fully lived, expressed, and shared with the world, not just for your own evolution, but for the collective tapestry of consciousness. This is the universe calling forth its forgotten children, reminding them of their sacred oath and preparing them for the next stage of their cosmic service. The poignant truth, often tragically misunderstood, is that most starseeds unwittingly mistake these profound and sacred symptoms as personal failures or mistakes, internalizing the discomfort as a sign of something being inherently wrong with them. In their profound yearning to belong, to alleviate the unsettling discomfort that feels like a constant internal tremor, they often try to fit in even harder, attempting to force their naturally radiant, expansive energy back into conventional roles, restrictive belief systems, or geographical locations that can no longer genuinely hold them. It's like trying to compress a supernova back into a small, dark star, denying its inherent brilliance and explosive power. They numb the powerful, intuitive urge to leap into the unknown, to embrace the radical change their soul demands, often resorting to distractions, self-medication, or simply burying the deep-seated yearning under layers of societal expectation. They might spiral into cycles of debilitating self-doubt, mistakenly thinking they must be flawed, broken, or fundamentally wrong for daring to want more, for yearning with such an insistent ache for a conceptual home they can't quite name or locate on any earthly map, a yearning that feels both exhilarating and terrifying. But this profound, undeniable yearning is not a flaw. It is not a deficiency. On the contrary, it is intrinsically encoded in your very being, a signature of your true origin, a homing beacon radiating from your deepest essence. It is the undeniable call of the next landscape, a landscape that is both profoundly earthly and limitlessly cosmic, both inner and outer, where your most authentic soul work, your true mission, will finally crystallize into vibrant reality, blossoming into its full, magnificent expression, like a rare, celestial bloom unfolding in its destined garden. This yearning is the precursor to your blossoming, the divine blueprint unfolding, guiding you to the precise energetic coordinates where your unique frequency can finally be fully expressed and received, fulfilling the sacred promise made before your descent into this earthly realm. It is the universe's loving hand, guiding you back to your own sovereign power. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. First, upon embarking on this sacred journey of deep internal and external transformation, you must consciously decode the distortion. Imagine your current energy field as a vessel, saturated and somewhat weighed down by old patterns, by the echoes of past experiences that cling like barnacles, and by deeply ingrained earthbound identity programs that served you well in a previous stage, but are now energetically obsolete, akin to a ship carrying ballast it no longer needs. As your intrinsic vibrational frequency inexorably rises, this dense overlay of old energy is naturally designed to dissolve, to dissipate, much like a cloud dispersing in the rising sun, revealing the pure blue sky beneath. During this phase, you may intensely feel like you are losing parts of yourself, perhaps segments of your personality that no longer feel authentic, established routines that suddenly feel stifling, or even long-held aspirations that now seem hollow or irrelevant. This can be unsettling, even frightening, as the familiar crumbles, creating a void that can feel disorienting. However, truly, you are not losing anything essential. Rather, you are shedding outdated coordinates, releasing ancient energetic contracts, agreements made in lower states of consciousness that no longer serve your expansion, and dismantling structures that no longer serve your higher path. This includes old friendship matrices that once felt vital but now feel draining, deeply embedded belief structures that once provided comfort but now feel constrictive, like a cage rather than a cocoon, and even the very resonance of certain places that once felt like home but now feel foreign or suffocating, as if the very walls are pressing in. The familiar becomes profoundly uncomfortable not by accident, not by some random twist of fate, but precisely because its energetic signature no longer harmoniously matches your rising galactic signal. It is a divine mechanism for your liberation, a sacred discomfort that propels you forward, much like a snake shedding its skin, temporarily vulnerable, but ultimately renewed and expanded. This is the universe lovingly but firmly nudging you out of your comfort zone into the vastness of your true potential. The second initiation unfolds as you begin to actively awaken the blueprint, deep within the intricate helix of your DNA, far beyond the mere genetic inheritance passed down through human generations, lives an extraordinary array of crystalline codes, shimmering with dormant cosmic light. These are not biological markers in the conventional sense. They are galactic instructions, sophisticated soul technology, cosmic intelligence embedded within your very cellular structure, a living library of your interstellar lineage and purpose. These profound codes remain dormant only as long as your immediate environment and conscious awareness do not stimulate their activation, patiently awaiting the sacred conditions for their unfolding. But as you courageously allow yourself to listen to the subtle, persistent call to move, to embrace radical change, to step boldly beyond the perceived safety of what you've always known, even if it feels like stepping off a cliff, those intricate codes begin to hum with an undeniable life force, a resonant frequency that vibrates through your entire being. This activation is akin to turning on an ancient, magnificent light grid within your being, illuminating pathways and chambers previously shrouded in shadow. It begins to unlock profound memories, not of this life, but of places you served before, across countless galaxies, of intricate missions you've completed on other worlds, of sacred duties fulfilled on distant star systems, like fragments of vivid dreams from a forgotten past. Ancient lineages begin whispering, not through audible words, but through resonant frequencies, through subtle impulses and deep sensations, speaking of cosmic family, of profound purpose, and of your rightful place within the grand tapestry of creation. It is a remembrance that transcends earthly comprehension, a homecoming for the soul, a recognition of your true celestial heritage that feels more real than any memory of this human life. Your spirit remembers the star maps. In the third, crucial phase, you begin to consciously ground your multidimensional self. This pivotal step is not about detaching from Earth, not about soaring off into ethereal realms while neglecting your human experience or dismissing the beauty of your earthly incarnation. On the contrary, it is about profoundly embodying your higher intelligence, your expansive galactic consciousness, right here, right now, within the confines of your physical form and your earthly existence, making your body a temple for your cosmic essence. Every subtle resonance you perceive, every persistent urge to shift, every intuitive pull toward change, these are not random whims, fleeting thoughts, or unfounded anxieties. They are direct, crystalline messages emanating from your expanded awareness, from your higher self, guiding you with precision and unwavering certainty, like a celestial lighthouse cutting through the fog. When you succeed in stabilizing this higher, accelerated frequency within your physical body, anchoring your light firmly into the earth, a remarkable transformation occurs. Your decision-making processes shift dramatically. The often anxiety-ridden, logic-based struggle of the lower mind, constantly wrestling with pros and cons, gives way to an unshakable inner knowing, a profound cellular wisdom that bypasses doubt and fear entirely, a quiet certainty that resonates in your bones. The where and when of your relocation, whether it's a geographical move, a career shift, or a relational transformation, begin to crystallize with undeniable clarity, not from analytical thought or external validation, but from deep within your cellular memory, guided by a network of coordinates known intrinsically to your soul, but hitherto hidden from your conscious mind, until now. It is a feeling of divine certainty, a knowing in your bones, a sacred compass pointing unequivocally towards your next step, assuring you that you are precisely where you need to be, even if you are moving on. The fourth stage marks the powerful activation of your field. At this point in your journey, you transmute from primarily being a receiver of cosmic signals into an active, potent transmitter, a living beacon, emanating a higher galactic frequency, a walking frequency portal. Your very presence, the sheer power of your expanded energetic field, begins to subtly yet profoundly alter your immediate environment, creating ripples of change wherever you go. The old, familiar energetic grid of your current surroundings simply cannot sustain the intensity and purity of your new emission. It literally cannot hold your expanded light, much like a fragile old circuit struggling to contain a surge of divine electricity. As you courageously follow the subtle yet insistent call, whether it manifests as a sudden surge of inspiration that grips your heart, an uncanny series of meaningful synchronicities that confirm your path, or a persistent, undeniable inner unrest that refuses to be ignored, even when you try to reason it away, you will notice reality itself beginning to rearrange around your new, elevated vibration. People, opportunities, and even the physical spaces you inhabit or are drawn to begin to respond in kind to your profound inner shift, manifesting in ways that might seem miraculous to the uninitiated. It's as if the universe is recalibrating its own compass to align with yours. mirroring back the truth of your emerging, powerful frequency, creating new pathways and opening new doors that were previously invisible. You are not just moving, you are creating a new reality with every resonant step. Next comes the intricate and deeply healing harmonization of timelines. This is a phase where many starseeds often feel a profound sense of pain, stemming from perceived delays, a heavy burden of guilt for what they interpret as waiting too long, or an agonizing fear of missing out on their true path. Haunting questions arise, echoing in the quiet corners of the mind. What if the move is wrong? What if I'm too late? Have I squandered my opportunity, missed my window of destiny? These anxieties are born from a linear, earthly perception of time, which is merely a construct. But it is crucial to understand that from a galactic perspective, time is not linear, as it is often perceived on Earth, but rather a fluid, multidimensional tapestry where all moments exist simultaneously. The intense acceleration you feel now, the almost unbearable urgency that courses through your veins, is not a punishment for past perceived inaction or a sign that you are lagging behind. Instead, it is the magnificent result of multiple timelines converging, a divine orchestration where your future self, radiant and fully activated, embodying all the wisdom and power you are destined to become, and your past self, embodying wisdom gleaned from countless journeys across dimensions and lifetimes, are finally making profound, tangible contact in the sacred space of the eternal now. The deep, aching longing to arrive, to finally reach your destined energetic coordinates, is not a sign of impatience. It is your multidimensional self, vast and limitless, merging harmoniously with your current physical moment, preparing for an incredible quantum leap, a vibrational jump across realities. Every so-called delay you experienced was not a setback, but was, in fact, a sacred synchronization, meticulously orchestrated by higher intelligence to catalyze your relocation and recalibration at the most perfect, energetically aligned window of opportunity. It was the universe preparing the way, fine-tuning every single detail, ensuring that every element was perfectly aligned for your grand arrival, making sure the stage was set for your greatest expression. You may then enter the sixth, truly transformative stage, cosmic remembrance, where the very journey itself becomes the most profound activation, a living initiation. Here, your perception radically shifts from the mundane to the miraculous. You begin to see your entire life, not as a random collection of disparate events, but as an intricately woven sacred map of divine appointments. Each experience a precisely placed marker on your soul's grand pilgrimage across time and space. Every geographical move, every significant friendship, every resonant encounter, even every heartbreaking loss or challenging trial, was encoded with purpose, meticulously designed to position you for this exact next quantum leap in your evolution, a crucial stepping stone on your path home. Suddenly, like fragments of ancient starlight scattering across your inner vision, memories of other worlds, profound celestial symbols, resonant languages of light, or inexplicable, potent affinities for certain cosmic places and star systems begin to flood your heart and mind, not as intellectual concepts, but as deep, visceral knowing. The pervasive sense of fragmentation, of being an outsider, an alien in a strange land, which may have plagued you for so long, miraculously morphs into a profound, undeniable recognition. You have always been guided, cradled by unseen hands. There was never a moment you were truly lost. The invisible threads of divine guidance have always been present, weaving through the tapestry of your existence, leading you home, illuminating the path with an unwavering light. You are not just remembering, you are becoming the remembrance, a living testament to your cosmic lineage and purpose. Finally, you anchor in the new vibrational landscape, a state of profound integration and belonging. This culmination may not manifest as a dramatic, world-shattering event or a sudden, explosive revelation that shatters reality. Often, it begins far more subtly as a profound and abiding sense of inner peace, a deep, pervasive quietude that settles within your core, a feeling of coming home to yourself. It is the exquisite feeling of finding home where you least expected it, perhaps even in a place you initially resisted or never considered. A deep recognition that true home is not a geographical location, but an internal state of being. The intricate soul contracts, those sacred agreements made with the Galactic Council before your incarnation, promises to serve, to evolve, to illuminate, which may have felt nebulous or entirely unknown, now become clear, transparent, and undeniably resonant within your being, like a sacred text revealing its profound meaning. Your mission, which once might have felt frantic or overwhelming in its grandiosity, transforms into a grounded, deeply intuitive knowing, a gentle unfolding of purpose, rather than a strenuous striving. You effortlessly begin to magnetize new community, kindred spirits whose frequencies align perfectly with yours, creating a sacred energetic container for your continued growth and service, a tribe of lightworkers gathered by divine orchestration. You feel the activation of dormant gifts, talents, and spiritual abilities that have lain quiescent, awaiting this precise energetic alignment, now ready to bloom and be shared with the world, offering your unique contribution to the collective awakening. And perhaps most profoundly, you feel the tangible, unwavering support of your star family, both those seen in the physical realm and those unseen, operating from across the veil, their love and guidance a constant, comforting presence, a feeling of being eternally held and loved. You are not just anchored, you are rooted, ready to expand further. Here is what you were never truly told, what was perhaps too profound to articulate in the human tongue, what transcended the limitations of earthly language, the profound discomfort, that insistent craving for relocation, the undeniable impulse to leap into the unknown. It was never random, never a mistake, and certainly never a flaw in your being. On the contrary, it was the perfectly encoded activation of your cosmic instructions, a divine trigger embedded within your very soul by the celestial architects of your journey, designed for your awakening. Your star family, your cosmic lineage, has waited patiently, lovingly, from across the vast expanse of the dimensions, acting as vigilant midwives, carefully guiding and influencing your movements, your thoughts, your energetic shifts, whispering encouragement into the deepest parts of your subconscious. Every step you may have resisted, every perceived delay, every moment of self-doubt that whispered you were on the wrong path, was in fact an integral, meticulously choreographed part of a grand cosmic dance, a divine ballet ensuring that you would land precisely where your unique energies, your profound gifts, and your awakened consciousness could serve not just your own magnificent evolution, but also the accelerating ascension timeline of our beloved Earth, helping to anchor higher frequencies for all. You are always a part of a larger, more beautiful design. You are not running away from anything, nor are you lost in the vastness of the cosmos, adrift without a compass. You are, in truth, profoundly and miraculously arriving at the sacred intersection of your highest, most vibrant frequency and the precise energetic coordinates you chose as a soul, long before time began its linear march, long before your stardust coalesced into human form. The vibrational mismatch that caused so much discomfort was not an obstacle to be overcome, a hurdle placed in your path. It was the signal itself, the divine breadcrumb trail leading you back to your true self, your true home, and your true mission. Your profound journey, with each relocation, each phase of challenging dissonance, and each moment of breathtaking revelation, is far more than personal growth. It is a luminous template for others, a series of powerful beacon codes, strategically laid out, lighting the way with unwavering clarity for countless kindred souls who are now poised on the precipice of their own magnificent awakening, seeking the path you are bravely forging. Your existence is a message, a guidepost, a testament to the grand cosmic plan. Tonight, before you surrender to the quiet embrace of sleep, to the sacred journey into the dream state, take a moment to speak these profound affirmations quietly to yourself, allowing them to resonate deep within your cellular memory and activate your inner knowing, anchoring these truths into every fiber of your being. I honor my soul's coordinates. I trust the frequencies guiding my path. I welcome my galactic memory now. Allow these words to dissolve any lingering doubt, any residual fear, and fill you with the unwavering certainty that you are precisely where you are meant to be, journeying exactly as you are destined. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe, stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.